Tell us about your first time in Mombasa.
Yes, I said it, I can't remember exactly, but it's probably 1965 or 66 around there. Yes, yes.
What was Mombasa like then?
Mombasa, we had heard about Mombasa, Fort Jesus,
Mm.
and the history of the old town, the slave trade, of course, was coming. And therefore, you have to visit those places. So we went as a school party.
This was after independence.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we had 2 years of independence. And so focus was on the historical.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you see it. And then, of course, you look at the sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go to the sea side,
Mm.
I was imagining that this land ends here. And then from here to India and places like that, this is where the next land I can touch. I was just imagining because I like geography and I could imagine, I could see there is no other land from here if you from there you come out to India.
Oh, okay. So this is just after independence.
Yes,
Kenya has been given the coastline,
yes.
and you're going here for the first time. How did it feel? What was the environment?
There was no change from here
Mm.
because before independence, Zanzibar was not showing off that they had Mombasa and the Denmark. There was no feeling. There was no
Mm.
feeling small or big. There was no boundary
Mm.
that even today, most people will not tell you where the beacon was, the 10 mile. Maybe for historical reasons, they can know. But there was no separation that was physical. No. It was official, and there was no limitation or restriction of people. Uh, there was no farm saying it ends here and therefore the next is another country. No, there was no feeling. You see, the railway and the ports, the roads, they all start from Mombasa, the railway, and that's what we were using. We use the railway. And you just come from Mombasa, and there is no other indication that there was a it belonged to anybody. In fact, because there was no restriction for a very long time from the control of Zanzibar, there was no indication that there is a foreign ruler here. He just allowed people to integrate, to move the way they wanted, trade and everything. So there was no realization that now we have achieved anything different. No.
It was just on paper.
It was
Who
on
owns
paper,
what?
it was official. Um, the people who used to live there, the coastal strip has a Muslim majority, and they were subjects of the Sultan of Zanzibar. And the Muslim religion was moving on, and we appreciated that. If people knew around, it was not news that you are going to find Muslims in us. We knew it was majority at the coastline. So, and they were not restricted from coming this side as well, because, and therefore, there was no feeling that, oh, now we are entering no, or anywhere. There was no mark or anything. Even, just like today. It started like that. The Sultan was not okay from the official point of view. The along the coastal strip, the Sultan had control, which the residents could feel. One was the Muslim religion. That was the official religion. But you see, very few. There was no restriction in Christianity. You used to have your own churches and you could worship them if you wanted within there. And the majority was The law was the Qadhi's law. You see, even today we have a Qadhi. And the Qadhi is in Mombasa. He doesn't sit in Nairobi. The chief Qadhi, his law is in Mombasa because of that historical connection. And the chief Qadhi is the head of the Muslim religion. Yeah. So then when you come to the administration, the Sultan had his own administration, the way they do it in Oman. Whether you call it governor or whatever, there are people, officials that belong to it. The taxation system along there belonged to the Sultan. They had the taxation based on Muslim way they